The stadium lights rose slowly, revealing a field wrapped in heavy silence. The Bills and Texans stood across from each other, motionless, as if both sides sensed the weight of what was coming. At the center of it all, the ball hung in the air for a brief moment, suspended between hope and disaster. Everything began the moment that ball touched a pair of trembling hands. The ball slipped as it landed, sliding across the player's fingertips. He tried to recover, but the field beneath him betrayed his balance. Before he could steady himself, shadows from the Texans' defense closed in fast. The formation around him cracked. The momentum shattered, and the crowd's roar collapsed into shocked silence. The breakdown unfolded in seconds, and in the moment, everyone misarrived. A Texans defender struck with a force that shook the field. The hit echoed across the stadium, and for a heartbeat, the lights seemed to flicker. The ball was knocked loose, spinning off into open space as players lunged desperately. The chaos that followed was a storm of bodies crashing together, all fighting for a single chance to change the game. The ball rolled across the turf in slow motion, untouched and wild. Both teams dove, scraped, and clawed as it bounced between them. Finally, a Texans player scooped it up and surged forward with explosive speed. The shift in energy was immediate. The Texans' sideline remained strangely calm, watching the expression of the team executing a plan they had rehearsed in silence for weeks. But the Bills had a plan of their own, one they guarded closely. While the Texans celebrated momentum, the Bills coaches gathered around a glowing strategy board, outlining the move they had been saving for the moment everything felt lost. Their preparation carried them back on the field with renewed fire. The Bills struck back with precision. Their comeback began with a rhythm no one expected. The offense moved with sharp coordination, slicing through the defense until they reached the end zone. The touchdown revived the crowd, lifting every voice into a wave of hope. But while the celebration shook the stadium, something else was happening in the corner of the field, something easily missed. A strange play unfolded near the sideline, a miscommunication that shifted the entire momentum again. Referees whispered, replay visuals flickered faintly, and an unease spread through the crowd. It was a moment that seemed to vanish from memory, like a scene erased before anyone could fully understand it. But the fans felt it. The crowd reacted before the players did, sensing a change they couldn't explain. Sections of the stadium pointed toward the field, murmuring anxiously as tension rose again. Their eyes guided the camera's focus back to the players lining up for what would become one of the most decisive moments of the night. Overtime arrived like a cold wind. The lights dimmed across the field, stretching long shadows behind the players. Every step, every breath, every heartbeat carried unbearable pressure. The ball was snapped, frozen in a moment where everything felt suspended between victory and collapse. Then the image fractured into something unexpected. Another version of the field, another timeline. The alternate ending unfolded like a vision of what could have been. The Bills avoided mistakes. The Texans shifted strategies. Plays that once collapsed now flowed perfectly. Drives that once faltered reached the end zone with breathtaking precision. The simulation revealed a world where every decision played out differently, where one change could rewrite everything. But the alternate field faded, and the Real Stadium returned. The truth was clear. This rivalry was never defined by a single play, a single mistake, or a single moment. It was built on years of pressure, heartbreak, triumph, and tension between two teams that refused to break. As the final whistle echoed, the stadium lights dimmed one last time. The field slowly emptied until only silence remained. The rivalry did not end that night. It lived on, carried by the echoes of every moment that led to this one, and every moment still waiting to be written.